Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, after so much talk, after William Ruto reacted to Peter K. Salasia's sentiments that he doesn't have advisors, guess what? Governor of Trans Nzoia County, Natembeya, has decided to react to what Ruto told Peter K. Salasia. And this is what he said. Washauri wa Rais Ruto hawambii ukweli. Wanampigia makofi tu. Yale maswala mbunge Peter Salasia aliwaambia juzi kule Mumias ni ya kweli. This is what Governor Natembeya said in reacting to Ruto's reaction regarding Peter K. Salasia. So the big question has been, should we blame the advisors or should we blame Ruto? Is it that the advisors are giving Ruto the needed advice, but he is choosing not to heed to those advisors? What is happening here, ladies and gentlemen? To answer that question, I would want us to go directly into an interview that took place in one daybreak session. And this was about Wilson SOSSION and Ayub ABDIKADIR, who was the host there. So there's something that Ayub ABDIKADIR told Wilson SOSSION. So before we get to that statement regarding the response from Ayub ABDIKADIR regarding these fake advices to William Ruto, kindly like this video. It is so important because when you like this video, that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel cannot grow. So let me take you directly to Ayub ABDIKADIR reacting to SOSSION. Now, there's a reaction from Cornelius Keirono. Cornelius Keirono shared something here regarding that rebuttal or that reaction from Ayub ABDIKADIR. This is what he said. I never knew that Wilson SOSSION could be this stammering. Ayub ABDIKADIR of Citizen TV has decided to grill him, and the former Nat man almost ran away from the studio. Finya. That is what Cornelius Keirono said. Now, perhaps if you're wondering why Cornelius made this statement, it's because Wilson SOSSION could not justify his point. The issue here was all about the high cost of living and whether the economy has grown. Because honestly speaking, this is where I agree with Ndindi Nyoro, because at one particular time, Ndindi Nyoro said, if the economy of Kenya has grown, then the person who's supposed to make that confirmation is the common mwananchi, not politicians. So Wilson SOSSION is trying to tell Kenyans that economy has grown. But you see, what Ayub ABDIKADIR wanted from Wilson SOSSION was very simple: to justify his point, thing that he could not. So I wanted to listen to the statement from SOSSION, because based on what I was hearing, it's as if there was some kind of misunderstanding there. Could you say it's a misunderstanding? Hama tuseme kwamba SOSSION alishindwa kujieleza, lakini he could be seen stammering and lost with words. So just listening to what SOSSION said.
You're asking a question that is so obvious. When inflation is down, then it means it's possible to afford there is stability in the economy, and Kenyans can procure goods and services with no much challenges.
But the data says otherwise.
Remember at 9%, what the previous administration was doing, subsidizing the purchase of flour.
It's not the question of comparison, Senator Honorable SOSSION.
Yes.
I'm asking you.
It is good to compare. This is the problem.
Based on what you said is why I'm holding you to account. And I'm holding you to accountable, SOSSION. Let's have some order, because I ask you the question, I give you the time to respond, and within the given time, and within the given time, so that we also embark on the other activities that we have of the show. The argument that you said is that inflation is down. Yes, I take your point, but I have to hold you to account, because maize flour, fortified maize flour loose, tomatoes, maize flour grain, sugar, beans, cabbages, onions, sukuma wiki are all on the rise. If then inflation is down, why is this on the rise, and how will Kenyans afford these very basic commodities that they need in their households every day?
It doesn't mean the prices of goods and commodities remain 100% static. There is fluctuation, but those fluctuations are within a range that is manageable in terms of pure statistics. And if you interrogate the production and supply and availability, it speaks to 2% very consistently. That is, if you were to check. Those are facts. And let me state very clearly, the fixing of the macroeconomic aspect of the economy to stabilize is not a switch on and switch off event. It is a process that involves a lot of calibration of policies and issues, which the president has ably done. We've gotten the country out of the debt distress, and we're able to do many things.
And you still borrowed more?
Yes. Borrowing is part of the activities of.
Why then?
You see, can I? Borrowing is part of the game.
Okay.
It's part of the eating.
Right.
No.
Why did the government?
That's where the cake is eaten.
Of course, you borrow to bridge the deficit of the budget. Look at the budget is at 3.9 trillion.
The point is,
and what can be raised from the economy is 2.4 trillion. Where will you bridge the other deficit to finance the budget?
Let me put it this way.
So borrow prudently, but borrow within procedure.
I will put it this way.
And to finance the deficit so that services are delivered. Okay. That is an economic fact.
Why then did you borrow? Why did you borrow more than the administration that you had castigated for embarking on a begging bowl culture?
The problem,
not generalization, it's a question. You campaign on a platform that you will borrow less than the other government. You criticize the Kenyatta administration of borrowing more.
If you look at Kenyatta administration, Moi left the country with domestic debts of 650 billion. Kibaki borrowed and left the country with a debt of 1.7 trillion at that time. Uhuru Kenyatta in 10 years borrowed up to close to 10 trillion.
And you borrowed more than Uhuru in your first financial year.
First financial
year. It could not be accounted.
And you borrowed more
than financial year.
It could not be accounted.
And why did you borrow more than Kenyatta in your first financial year?
And I've said here, the country has been extricated from debt distress.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
One final question.
We are defaulting.
On you again.
We are already defaulting.
However you look for a lens to look for economic mistakes.
I know. It's not going to understand where we are.
You look for a lens to look for economic mistakes. You are not going to find.
I'm asking you then again.
The fact is,
why did you borrow more than Kenyatta in your first financial year?
Let me finish my other statement rather than interrogating me.
I expect you to answer my question because you are embarking on lovely diversions. Why did you borrow more than Kenyatta did in your first financial year?
How was the economy operating?
Why did you borrow is the question.
The witness has no answer.
You go and get the answer from the Treasury. I'm not here to speak on behalf of the Treasury.
Well, I'll give you the statistics. All right. Let me just give you the statistics. Okay, allow me then to give you the statistics, because in your first financial year, the first 9 months of 2023-24, external debt borrowing 506.9 billion, domestic debt borrowing 603 billion. Similar period 2022-23, when the Kenyatta administration left power, external borrowing 235.4 billion Kenya shillings, domestic borrowing 396.3 billion Kenya shillings. This is what the control of budget says. Why did you borrow more than the Kenyatta administration in your first financial year?
Now, when the president took over the economy, there were huge debts and huge gaps. And if borrowing was executed to meet gaps in the budget and is done properly and within law, then it is proper.
So you lied to the Kenyan people, pledging that and borrowing.
That is part of the wider calibration of the macroeconomic aspect of the economy to stabilize the economy, which has been achieved. Now, the next that will fall in place, Ayub, because I also want to...
It's an accountability. You have made your point.
Yes,
Ayub, thank you.
Yes. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that is why I think so Salasia was right. You know, advisors of William Ruto don't tell him the truth. Maybe Salasia was right. Let's just say, for example, Salasia was right and Ruto refused to accept that what Salasia was trying to tell him was the correct position. So if that is the case, then whom should we believe? Should we blame? The person who should be blamed here, I think, is the president, because he should be taking divergent opinions from even the people oppose him not necessarily the people who support him. The people who oppose him could be telling him the legit concern, something that he needs to address. But the people who support him could just be rubber stamping everything, knowing very well that these things are not working. But kwa sababu ya kazi, atasema yes sir. You know, maybe that's what William Ruto wants. He wants someone who can only support him. But one who can't support him ni mtu ambaye ni adui, according to maybe the beliefs of Kenya Kwanza. Because if you look at the SOSSION that you are seeing here in this video, the SOSSION, what he was saying there, and the SOSSION that was before he was nominated as a member of parliament. You know, when he was the NAT boss, SOSSION used to be mtu ambaye anatetea walimu, anatetea watu, anatetea, yani he used to attack the government. But the moment he was nominated by ODM, akasahau yale majukumu aliyomleta bungeni. Yeye akasahau kabisa, akasa yeye ni SOSSION kivyake, and he was not delivering to the mandate because of the nomination he got. He wasn't delivering. So what we are seeing in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, is that SOSSION is choosing to side with the government hata kama there's nothing to show for it, hata kama maybe kuna vitu ziko wazi kabisa kwamba kuna makosa. SOSSION chooses to stand with the government. That is where now Ayub ABDIKADIR finds it difficult to agree with SOSSION. So, ladies and gentlemen, just go below in the comment section and offer a reaction regarding this issue, this reaction from SOSSION, you know, the reaction from Ayub ABDIKADIR. Do you think what Governor Natembeya said, reacting to Peter K. Salasia's statement that Ruto askizi ana advisors kama watu kama SOSSION hawa, then Ruto hana advisors? Just go below in the comment section and offer a reaction regarding this. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.